Hello guys and welcome back to another episode. So we're going to talk about classic servers and full populations. So right now on both US and Europe we are seeing servers are actually getting overcrowded. So Blizzard has right now on, for example, the Europe, they have 3 PvP servers. First they had 2, but both of them got very full, well, pretty populated in just a couple of days. Then they made a third one, and now the third one is actually also high. So we have 2 PvP servers that is locked, or you can say full, and then we have one now that is high. And Blizzard actually told us that on, as you can see here, based on the name reservations so far, the Shazzrah realms is looking to be massively overpopulated. If all existing players on this server remain there, login queue in excess of 10,000 players are certainly and possibly much higher than that. So if people who have already created a character on the Europe server called Shazzrah and they keep staying there and no one moves, you're going to get into a queue that will be with 10,000 people plus. I mean, that's not going to be fun for you to log in. So Blizzard is really recommending you to move your character from Shazzrah to Gehennas. But keep in mind, if everyone does this, then of course this doesn't work. But already now we can see that Gehennas is already on not a full, but it's almost on full. It's actually on high. So that means that now we have 3 overcrowded PvP servers. But Blizzard also don't want to just open up a lot of new servers, because probably classic, let's say for fun, 3 million people is going to play classic on the first day. Then 1 week later we are maybe down on 2.5, and 1 month later we are down on 2 million people, and 1 month later again we are down on 1 million people. And then if you have, let's say, 10 servers, you're going to have at least half of the servers with no people left on. And then you have some servers where people are like almost alone. That's why Blizzard right now is really careful opening up new servers slowly. So now we have 3 servers, 2 full servers, 1 server that is high. So of course when that server also become full, they will of course make another one. And then we will have 4 servers where Blizzard is hoping people can kind of spread around them. And that will of course depend on what people want. But that is the reason for Blizzard is not just opening up 100 new PvP servers. As you can see right now, PvP servers are very popular in classic for some reason. As you can see, another really important point they actually are mentioning here is the number 3 part. While we are able to fit several times more players on a single realm in 2019 than what was the case in 2006, we are not going to raise that cap any further, even though we have the technical capacity to do so. Raising realm caps will simply forestall the problem, letting more players in at launch, but creating an unsuitable situation down the lines. With server queues, when we turn off layering permanently before phase 2 of our content unlock plan. What? With itching. With server queues, we turn off layering permanent. So that means right now when classic release they're going to have layering, you know. So of course, let's say if you have 1,000 people in the same zone, you will only be able to see 100 of them, and then 100. Every 100 people will be in their like own bubble on same server, but like in their own little world. Unless your friend invites you and you will get to his world. So they're saying here in phase 2 they're going to turn off this layering like classic, so everyone can see everyone. Then it makes sense they don't want more people on the servers that are intended to be, because if they like open up the servers to be tons of people and they remove this layering effect, then there will be a lot of people and you will not be able to get any mobs at all. Okay. Our top priority in planning for World of Warcraft Classic launch has been ensuring that we are laying the groundwork for strong realm communities that will endure over months and years to follow, which is why we consciously opening new servers to meet demands. Okay. Interesting. What is this topic? This sounds interesting. How long is this topic? Just to be sure everyone is fine with layering in phase 1. It seemed that layering was first aimed to be in the game just for the initial surge of launch. Now everyone seems to be just fine with running the entire phase 1. Kudos to the spoiling from Emmanuel. Edit, I am not sure everyone understands that no one wants queues and overcrowded zones where you can't tag a single mob, but the solution is quite simple. You put people in vanilla size servers and then you regroup those servers by 5. If you expect 80% attrition rate or 4, if you expect 75 attrition rate, also phase 1 is one of the most important where communities are built. So this guy he doesn't want layering, and then he wants the servers to be the same server sizes as they were in Classic. So let's say for example in Classic maybe 100,000 players could be on one server at a time, and maybe now in Classic like maybe be 1 million people, you know, just I don't have the numbers, but you know what I mean. So this guy, he wants the servers to be small again and then with no phasing. I mean, personally I don't see the difference. Why not just have a big server? And I mean, it also makes it so much easier to be on the same server with your friends instead of having like 37. Yes, everyone loves it. Yeah, absolutely universally loved system. Layer hopping was fixed. There's a cooldown on it now, so you can't switch layer to get arena and master trinket, blah blah blah. I speak for everyone. Yes, I have come back for Classic. Can anyone explain? Like, I'm a moron. I love it. I can't have enough of it. Not with the current number of realms. It will stay forever. Add 10 more realms and I will be okay with layering, because it will be gone really fast. Oh my god, can all crybabies go to one realm? The shorter the time to launch, the more old topics being recreated. Cry. The way Shazzrah is filling up with the layering all the way until TBC. I hate it because it's not Classic. I mean, I don't mind layering. I know that it's Classic, but well, it's Classic. It's not vanilla. Vanilla is the old game we had for what 15 years ago, and Classic is the new version of vanilla we just enhanced. I mean, I don't even matter if they put on the new graphics in Classic, so we could play with the new graphics of characters. That would be okay with me. Keep a lot of the old things from vanilla in Classic, but again, Classic is not vanilla. It's two different things. It's two different things at all. I mean, it's really two different games. As you can already see now, you can enhance the graphics in the game, so it's still better than vanilla. You can have the new interfaces with raid party members in the game that was not in vanilla, that is also only in Classic. So Classic has a lot of new stuff that vanilla didn't have. And now we're getting layering in only phase 1, and then they're going to disable it in phase 2. And I mean, people who cries about layering, it's I mean, it's getting removed in phase 2, so what's the problem? And I mean, as long they don't add looking for raid and cash shops in classic, then I think everyone will be totally fine. But if they begin to add cash shop and looking for raid in classic, then I think the problem will begin to start with people getting annoyed. Even though looking for raid could actually be pretty fun with Molten Core. Could you imagine looking for raid 40 people? Could be fun, but no. Keep it away. Keep it away. I think we should probably get away. Let's take one more. But at least it will give legit experience. Jokes in the side. I think it's not so bad as long as it won't be that for too long. I've never been against layering, so yeah, bring it on. I am, yeah, at least until the tourists get bored and quit. Need to get rid of it ASAP. I mean, it makes sense to get rid of it if you like the idea that everyone can see everyone. So I mean, classic was a social game where you could be a person who's known on the server, and of course if you play with layering, you will not be able to see that person. It will only be a little percent of the people who can actually see him because of layering. But if they don't have layering, you will always be able to see that guy. You know, let's say for example Asmongold will always be staying on that house, or he will always be inside that house when he's just talking on his stream. Then people can always go to the house and see Asmongold. And if they have layering, then they will not be able to see Asmongold because only 10% of the people will see him, because the rest of the 90% will be on another layer. So in that way I can actually see the reason for removing layering. Yeah, so after thinking about that, it makes sense to remove layering for the social part of classic, where you can actually meet everyone all the time and not like in other worlds. Keep it on the retail version, that's fine, but on the classic it's fine with me to have layering in phase 1, but in phase 2, yeah, remove it. I think probably. So yeah, so I'm sorry if I kind of said people are crying about it, but you guys are probably correctly. You're probably true about why no layers. Don't you guys love lasagna? Don't you guys have ovens? Oh, random people. So yeah, I mean, this video is basically about we are getting overcrowded servers, and it was just kind of trying to help Blizzard's getting out the message that if you have created your account a character on Shazzrah, that is the Europe server that is overpopulated, then I'm just kind of saying that you should probably go on the other PvP server for helping out the overpopulation. And the same for the US people. Yeah, I probably also have some viewers from the US. The same Blizzard is saying here, based on the name reservation so far, the Herod realm is looking to be massively overpopulated. So if you're playing on the US servers, this server here called Herod, you should probably also get away from that unless you want to be in a queue with 10,000 people. So just saying that Shazzrah on Euro, Herod on US are going to be very populated, so you should probably stay away from them unless you like to be on the queues. But again, keep in mind that after 1 month the queues will be gone, and like probably 50-90%, I don't know, people will be away from the game again, and you will be back to a little bit per person. Personally, I hope, I mean, I don't matter if Blizzard makes 7 servers and people spread across them, and after 2, 3, 4 months maybe 70% of the people is gone. And then if Blizzard could kind of merge the servers together, so they're saying, okay, if you're playing on this server, we are merging them together. if you're playing on that server and that server, we're merging them together. Just for helping out the launch and then how the game will be later on. Because we all know that on the launch we'll probably get 1 million of people in, and when the game has been out for a while, we all know all the people who's been like, can't wait for Classic. A lot of them is going to say, Classic wasn't that fun. Because I think a lot of people is used to the modern WoW battle royale where you can pretty much do anything you want. You can kill 10 mobs in one time. And then a lot of people go into Classic and try to kill 10 mobs at the same time and find out I'm only able to kill one mob. One single mob at a time, and you're like, that was bad. Okay, stupid game. I don't want to play this game anymore. Like, so Classic is going to be very split for people. But yeah, okay. So I think I've probably been talking too much now, so I should probably close it. So again, thanks for watching, everyone, and well, leave down a comment which server are you going to play on in Classic. My plans was to play on Shazzrah, but they kind of probably not anymore. I'm still awaiting some of my friends, family, guild to see where they're going to play. They're still finding out how many people will be on each realm, and to see if Blizzard is opening up another realm again. So I will be coming out later on which realm I'm going to play on. But just again for telling everyone that when Classic releases, I'm going to live stream for a lot of hours. So I'm probably doing a 10-12 hours live stream on 27 August. So when the game releases worldwide, I'm going to stream 10-12 hours, and it's going to be fun. So I hope you're going to join. So thanks for watching, everyone, and well, see you in Classic in 8 days. Peace out.